Hello there. So what we are gonna do today is some very simple environment. It's gonna be very short stream, maybe 45 minutes tops, an hour and maximum. Let me just pause the stream there so it's not bothering me here. And we can get to it. I'm working on my Flying Bird game and I need to hear my voice. I can't hear myself and I have the headphones on. Okay. Let me see, make sure that I can properly see my pretty face. And with that, I think we can get to streaming. Alright. Okay, if you wanna chat about anything, feel free to touch and type on the in the chat. And I'm gonna get meanwhile into trying to build it here. I'm gonna probably get rid of post-processing for now, because it's quite a bit too dark. Let's just try to figure out with few assets available here. Bunny Inbox, hey man, how are you doing? Just asking if I can make an updated tutorial on VR expansion plugin. I very likely will. Yep, it's gonna take me a while. I am right now have pre-recorded. I am recording and working on a lot of 2D tutorials because there is a lot of 2D stuff missing from Unreal, and especially after the latest Unity debacle, we need more 2D support for Unreal. So that's what I'm working on right now, and after that, a bunch of other stuff are planned. I definitely want to do some more tutorials, probably PC oriented. Quest is, but maybe Quest 2, but we will see. We will see. There's a lot of interesting stuff with AR happening on Quest 3, so maybe some stuff there. But yep, I'm definitely gonna cover a VR expansion plugin again. And Gel Team Official, hello there, sir. How are you doing? Sounds pretty cool. All right. Let me just check if the stream is healthy, and it tells me the stream health is excellent, so I'm gonna trust it is the case. So, okay. Let's get to it. It's supposed to be building the environment, so let's try to build the environment. So, on the last stream, last week, we built just this base landscape. We got some material set up and plants around it. And what I kind of need to build inside here is this sort of a in progress building. So the story behind this is that there was a sort of a foreman with his group who was here building a post, I suppose, just some area that people were supposed to be using. And for some reason that will be later explained in the story, they had to abandon it. So we kind of need to build this environment, and once that's done, we can continue from there on. So this is what I'm gonna be working on today. But how are you guys doing? Anything interesting? Any interesting projects we're working on? Oh, let me maybe just play with these a little bit. And I think it would make sense if we had these as sort of a fake turbines for producing electricity. That's actually not a bad idea, because on the start there is gonna be a bunch of puzzles that the bird here will have to solve, because I am playing here as a bird. And what will have to happen is that the bird will have to fix electricity coming into the houses, into this complex, to fix some of the issues and to solve some puzzles. But it's to fix some puzzles, and for that I was thinking actually just having a simple turbine would be pretty cool. So there are gonna be like solar panels and turbine, and they will be powering different parts of the source and of the puzzles. So that having separated could be actually interesting. It's gonna lead to a little bit more stuff to do for a puzzle. Radim, thank you, Radim. Děkuju. And Bunny Inbox just said you are working on a FPS shooter game. Okay, that sounds pretty cool. Anything specific? Yeah, I am not using a Frostbite. This is Unreal. But this is Unreal Engine. But I'm doing well. How are you doing? And thank you kindly. I don't think it triggered the notification. Wait, what? Why not? Huh. Did I just not hear it? Give me a sec. There is some nonsense happening. Something went wrong. Weird. I thought I set it up. Well, we'll have to look into it later. Probably no reason to get stuck on it right now. Okay, so with these buildings, let's see what we are gonna do here. Let's first see what we have even access to. So we're gonna keep it with fairly simple static meshes. And abandoned buildings make sense to start with, but I would like to give it a little bit more of a high-tech look, because it's supposed to be a bit of a combination between these. I don't think I have access to any solar panels quite yet, but I got at least the turbines. I don't really want to be building the tool for a lasso and for connecting stuff right now for air vent. So I'm just gonna keep it to some other time. That's always a pain. Should just use one in the universal library or something like that. Would have been just much easier. Okay. Let's see just what we have access to when we just search for something like building. I think these are from fairly simple blueprints. Oh no, those are actually... Wait, no. Those gotta be blueprints. Yeah, they just have changed the icon. Because we get here access to something like this. Which would be a good start. I think we are using the same one here already. Oh no, it's different one. Never mind then. Okay. So from here we have a bunch of stuff that I like. So these how would you call it? These things that you have around the building. I actually have no clue how that is called. But let's just try to add here. Let's just try to add here a few, and I'm gonna see where they are coming from, because I will probably want to reuse them on other parts as well. So let's say there was supposed to be some connection between these buildings. Yeah, this would make a lot of sense. Could maybe even just block this somehow, that this would be the only way how to get into the building. So let's say something is hiding here. Can I just convert it from here into pure static meshes? Would that be possible? Oh, nah. Wait, let's see. I'm gonna try to cheat a little bit. Still all of this. Let's try it. Control C and just come in here. Control V. And now that copied it from within the blueprint. That's not quite what I was looking for. Nah, it doesn't. That's what I thought. Okay, let's just keep it here. Scaffolding, yeah, that's probably that's it. Thank you, ETM Patrefa. Thank you very much, sir. I'm working on Aliens for AI. It's more of a story than co-op. You can unlock weapons on through the story too. I have most systems working now. It's just building the story and fixing things up. Okay, sounds pretty cool. Seems like you got most of the heavy lifting done already. So it's now just about filling it with content. Okay, let's see if we can... It's gotta be some way how to just quickly get it from the blueprint, can't it? Actually, never thought about it, but it's pretty useful when you have presets like this. But I mean, I guess I can just recopy the blueprints, but let's keep it simple. Okay, I'm gonna need these. You know what? We can actually keep it in blueprints. It's not that bad of an idea. Just what we can do though is to just make this smaller. Let's make actually tool out of it. I think this is gonna be interesting. What's the time? Yeah, we can make a tool out of it. So let's duplicate this. And this is gonna be... Now I even have someone to tell me scaffolding. Thank you very much, sir. So now I can just use this. And let's underscore it. And we are gonna call this tool. And why I am doing that is because we are gonna delete everything except the base, which is this one. So I'm gonna select here everything. Wait, can I just do Control I? Is the reverse gonna work here? Nah, we're gonna have to copy it one by one. That's fine though. Hello, can we delete it, please? Oh. Excuse me, why can't it... What's happening with this? Is it custom class? No. Oh. Oh, it's static mesh actor and has attaches it has attached stuff into it. Okay. I see now. I see what they did there. That was not particularly smart. Let's find it here. And in that case, I'm even wondering if it's not easier for me just to build a quick tool that's gonna handle these things for me. Ah, well, we'll see. Okay, we got the base one now. Let me just keep it here so I don't lose it. And then into art, we're gonna create here a new folder, which is gonna be for tools. And gonna do, does landscape has some native settings for, wait, not landscape, but modeling could have some base settings for it. Yeah, I don't see much. Doesn't seem like it's here. Okay, in that case, let's just make a quick one with blueprints. So we got it here. We got it here. Let me actually, I think I created that already one. And so I'm just gonna steal its name, delete it from here. And if we go back into the art tools, let's make here a new blueprint, actor, and this is what we are making. And how are we gonna do it? Is this gonna be tool based? It's gonna be spline based, or just a simple, you know what, they are gonna have always pretty strong pretty direct angles. I don't think that's even worth making with a spline. So let's just add here a, which one are we gonna add? Hierarchical static, instant static mesh should be fine. Okay, we maybe can we cheat a little bit, add it here right on the start and just add instances. Add instance, and we're gonna do the relative, well, we first need to have here something, so that something is gonna be our scuffle. Let's come here. I don't think that's scuffle, well, from now on it's called scuffle. Let's just grab this thing here, and it's grabbing it from the editor, not from the viewport. Okay. And we can start by adding here one instance. So let's go into a construction script, and on that we're gonna make one, and this is gonna be our relative transform. We got 0, 0, no need to complicate anything. There we go, we got one. Alright, let's add another one next to it. And how many of them, you ask? We will see. Let's add here a for loop, because the point is to have this quite nicely adjustable. So we're gonna do here for loop, last index is gonna be length. We wanna make that thing public. And let's say by default we're gonna do 3. And after that we're gonna add another index. Probably we can steal the transform as well. And we're gonna grab our x from our previous instance. Do we have to save the variable for the previous instance? No, we are doing for loop, so we just multiply. And first index is gonna be 1, not 0. So we're gonna do between 1 to 3. Yeah, so it should be 2 of them. But we added 1 already, because that's why we are subtracting 1 from it. So we're gonna grab this, multiply by, let's do 100. And this is gonna be our location, but we are not making location, we are making a vector. There we go. Which direction are we going with? X. 100 may not be enough, but let's see. Oh, it has to be connected. Yeah, of course it has to be connected. Alright, let's move this little bastard down and see what we get from him. Well, that's definitely not what I was looking for, but it looks surprisingly well. Huh. I may actually turn that thing into a variable. Well, I'm gonna show you what I wanted to do, but I was probably... This is kind of what I had in mind, but what I did there was pretty cool. Should I start just playing with a dynamic meshes and start changing it on the ground? Okay. That's not bad. Okay, now we wanna know the height. And the height should be... let's specify this into a variable. It's gonna be distance between them. Between scuffs. And we're gonna do it every time. Hello, may I ask a question? When you import asset from 3D software, you import as one FBX file, or you import all of them separately and put inside Blueprint Actor file? Is the correct way? There is no correct way, they're just whatever works for your workflow. There's not really a way that you can say that's one correct. What I would, it really depends on what you are trying to do, but you probably don't even need to put it inside a blueprint. Unless you need to animate it or move it somehow, and even that you don't really need to put into blueprint if you just make some universal components. But let's assume that you have like multiple of them that somehow should interact with each other. I mean, like just one of them should move or something like that. So in that case, you need to import them separately and put them inside some actor. But if it's always gonna be in the same way, same proportion towards each other, and they are never gonna move and change their distance from each other or rotation, just can keep it as one model. It will save some draw calls. Probably don't really care about draw calls, but from performance point of view, there is definitely a benefit to it. Purely depends what you're trying to do. Okay, what we are gonna do here as well is to promote this into a variable. Well, we can make it even a local variable. Let's be here. Let's be performant. Let's call this into a local variable. This is gonna be our current index. And when we are done with this thing, we wanna check if the current index is equal to sum of to our band index. No worries, man. Enjoy. Let's call it band number. It's probably not particularly good name. May need to change it later. We'll see. Let's get also our length and I forgot that I can select multiple variables here. It's always annoying. So we wanna get this to our generation, and let's just switch the rest of them. So generation here and there. I mean band number, current index doesn't need to be here. Oh, because current index is down here. I was thinking, why am I missing a variable? Okay, there we go. If this is true and this is true, which is gonna be should Or actually, wait, I don't really need to do this now. This is stupid. The reason why this is stupid is because I'm gonna have here simply another variable similar to this, which is gonna be the height. And you should continue only if the height is higher than 1. Oh well, I suppose we can have no higher than 1, because one floor level means good enough. Okay, there we have it. This is our true, and when wait, but I think I need it needs to be the opposite. This is not equal. When this is not equal to my bond number, it can continue. What's gonna happen? Let's actually this is a little trick I'm gonna teach you today, guys. When you have when you compile a blueprint, you can set it to save itself. Now it will, anytime you compile a blueprint, it will always save its current progress. Really useful. Definitely saved my ass few times. Okay, so we're gonna do this, and we can copy all this, except we are gonna grab our our current index in here and do the same thing for z, except we are not doing distance we are not doing distance between them, we are doing height between them. And at that point we should probably keep it consistent, so if I'm calling this distance between them and height between them, it's better to keep the naming consistent. Alrighty, let's keep this saved. And our tool should be done. Let's see about it. See, they have a little bit of randomized rotation. I can add it as well. But let's first see if it does what I want it to do. Look at our art, our tools, scuffing tool, and it is certainly doing something. Let's see it here. Okay, so what we wanna do here is to, let's say, add one scuffing tool on the side here, and our distance should be now. Okay, the distance here is really stupid name. I think I am missing here a the not the duration, the distance between them should be public, and this does not really make sense as a distance. Let's see, let's call it amount. So you know, let's just put here axis. That's probably the most reasonable explanation. So horizontal amount, and this is gonna be vertical amount, band number, and distance between horizontal and height between vertical. Okay, this should finally do the job, except I need to have it as a public as a variable accessible as well. Okay, now we got it finally set up. So what we probably wanna do here is to horizontal amount here makes sense as 200. Let's put this the distance between them to 500, 450. It works. And let's put here another layer, and we just wanna do here 2. So wait, what am I messing up? What did I mess up in my equation? We are getting a current index bigger than 1. Wait, no, that's just a condition here. We need to look into positioning here. That should be current index multiplied by distance between horizontal. Oh. Wait, let's see. Current index time distance between horizontal. That should do the job correctly. But why is the next one? It should take the current index when it's continuing and not. not added up another one. Let's just see how it looks like without the condition. Okay, we have our vertical amount, just 1. And my vertical amount is not changing it. Jeez, what did I do here? This is a bit suspicious. Let's see. Okay, so horizontal amount is updating correctly. I think that's fair to say that that probably means that the issue is not with our vertical amount. So let's see. Let's first get into simulation what we know what it should do. So we're gonna put horizontal amount to 3. That means we have here 3 different on the horizontal. And if it's adjusting vertical doesn't seem to change it. So that means I messed up completely adjusting vertical here. So let's keep it simple. I'm gonna do the conditions later. We're gonna start by getting our current index multiplied by a distance between verticals. Yep, this is correct. We are doing x. And we are adding here an instance. This we can connect. And if we just set our C to 300, it should spawn it for every single one of them. Except the first one. Yeah, it doesn't spawn it for the first one. It's easier for me just to do something like this then. I was thinking about, yeah, okay. That makes probably more sense. So now, anytime I adjust my horizontal amount, it's gonna spawn them in a row. Makes perfect sense. That's what you would expect. So, what we want is to get correct. I see what I did here. We just wanna put here our distance between them multiplied by... Are we sure we're not multiplying it? By height by the level? No. Oh wait, I see. I am just being stupid. I forgot about for loop. I wasn't even thinking about it before. Okay, never mind. I'm just being stupid. I have to execute that thing every time for every single one of the layers. On the horizontal axis, I have to execute the same thing on the vertical axis. So our 0, 0 makes sense. Here we are gonna put our vertical amount. Horizontal stays the same. The index here gets multiplied by a distance between them. And that should do the trick. Alrighty, vertical level 2, vertical level 3, perfect, that does the job. But there's a lot of vertical levels on this one. Let's maybe spend some time here. Okay, vertical level 1, vertical level 0, perfect. Okay. Let's try to work with that condition now. So we can set this to horizontal level. No, that's height. Sorry, my bad. Should set better default values anyway. So seems like 450 between. Wait, no, this one was 300. Yeah. So let's set the defaults. So horizontal amount was 3. The distance between horizontal was 450 and the height between verticals was 350. Okay, that does the job. And let's save this. And what we're gonna do here is wait. Why is it not adjusting my vertical height? Oh wait, I have here distance between horizontal connected. Why am I being stupid? Explain yourself. height between vertical. There we go. Okay, and this should be 350 by default, and it should be apparently a bit more. Okay, now let's say it should be like 380. Yeah, that seems most reasonable. So let's do here like 380. Spending this tool more time than I wanted, but hey, that's what you get. Okay, and here I wanted the branch, but I can just do that. No, I can do that here, and I can separate it. So this is only, it should continue only when the vertical amount is higher than 1. And back in here we are gonna get our current index, and it should continue only when this is not equal to truth. There we go, further. And the reason for that is because with this nice addition I can put here 2 layers, and well, okay, let's do just one. Okay, I have to be 0, sorry, not 1. Because if you want to execute it 1, it should execute 1, right? Once, right? With this, I can nicely adjust which of them it should be skipping. Perfect. Okay, does the job now. I can do here band 2 of the band numbers. Let's duplicate this. Gonna be band number 1 and band number 2. In case I want to adjust it, but honestly at this point it's kind of overdoing it. Now I want OR. And like I mentioned, I wanted to adjust the rotation of them, because if you look at it here, we have a little bit of randomized rotation, and I think it actually adds quite a bit to it. And it seems like the lower one or the higher one always follows the rotation of the upper one, so we can just keep it in here. So let's start by randomizing the Z rotation of the higher one. Wait, where am I? I am not seeing. There we go. I hate Windows. Okay. Let's move this nonsense here. I can actually maybe separate it just so it's a little bit cleaner. But right now I can just adjust it later. So let's start by, what am I doing? Construction script, we're generating horizontal axis, and what I wanted to do was to randomize rotation. So let's get here a random rotator. From that random rotator we want, actually, you know what, we can simplify it. We need just random float because we are adjusting just to one rotator anyway. I'm gonna do random rotation in range. Let's turn them into variables. You know what, let's do a variable here. So this is gonna be our randomized rotation. It's part of generation, and probably gonna put here a range. So I wanna do between like 0 and 45, and value is gonna be also between 0 and 45. Actually, I don't think I need to lock it on the upper scale, so let's do something higher. No. We'll see. Let's see. And randomized position is our maximum, and our minimum is this multiplied by -1. Not -10, -1 if you excuse me. This is gonna generate our local variable, which is gonna be a current rotation base, and we set it up right after the index. And this we will use to get our rotator, and we want only the Z. Thank you kindly. Just make sure that this variable is public and under generation. That it is. NJM, what's my real job? What do you mean a real job? You don't like what I'm doing here for you guys? Is this not a real? Well, I had a suspicion when I had to start taking those pills. Oh. Either way, I am working at Game Ready. I'm teaching Unreal Engine, so I am actually educating in my job as well. Top Hat Hedgehog. Hello, sir. How are you doing? Okay, let's see our randomization. How does it go? Oh, let's see. What is this? Why does it have to... You like what I do, I just don't know how you feed yourself. Wait, feed myself through the world. Yes, then don't worry, I managed to feed myself. But thank you for your concern, sir. Yeah, I'm doing quite well actually, so no worries there. Why is it generating them on the spot? That's nonsense. I don't think my code should do that. Oh no, it is. Now it's rotating them correctly. Okay. Now we have like 15. How hard can you rotate it? I feel like that one on the bottom is overlapping something. Am I going crazy? I don't think so. Get me vertical number to 0, and if I go vertical number 1, yeah, there is something weird happening. What is this nonsense? If I increase the vertical number, it's adding here another randomized obstacle. That's pretty weird. Why? We're adding instance here, then we continue when the vertical amount is higher than 0, and you add instance first. Oh, we want to start from 1 here? Is that it? Oh yeah, never mind. I was just being stupid again. Gem. It was just adding additional one, and because the first one was 0 here, that means the height between them got multiplied by 0, which z ended up being 0, and there we end up. What's my game in Unreal? It is in Unreal indeed, and it's a meditative exploration game about a bird in a post-apocalyptic world. And him discovering what the life is about, I suppose. Something along those lines. Okay, so now with this setup, we can grab our rotation and put it in here as well. Let's get here. Oh, we have it as a local variable on the Z, and we need to include it right in here. Make a rotator. Randomize rotational base on the Z, and because we are copying it, it should randomize the whole range. Look at that. That seems to do a pretty good job. So, okay. Hello there, sir. How are you doing? I'm afraid I'm not gonna be here for much longer, but appreciate you coming here for a sec. Okay, now we can see they are randomizing correctly. Okay, but while we are at it, let's clean it up. So we don't get here this nonsense. So, okay, we wanna start with the... No, I can't turn it into a functions, because then I would lose my local variables. And I mean, technically I'm inside the constructor, so it's already kind of a function. You're one of the better YouTubers. Thank you, sir. I'm kinda lame that you do live stream. Wait, I'm having, there's this weird icon for emojis. I don't know what they want from me. Wait. No, I just lost the chat. Oh no, it's over. I'm dying. Wait, let me find the chat through the different group. Give me a sec. Sorry about it. So, I can lame. I don't know, man. I'm just working on my game, so I'm streaming it. I can't quite speak to quality that much. I'm just starting with it, but I'm glad you like it. I'm not from Finland at all. I am currently in Sweden, which is somewhat close, but I'm originally from Czech Republic. Hedasol, I like good. I am making a bird game, so naturally. Oh, well, that is somewhat suspicious, isn't it? Well, look at that. We will get our first ban today. Put user in timeout. Look at this now. All these nice sets of functions. YouTube, dictatorship. Dictators allow me to use. Okay. Well, enjoy yourself, man. Okay. I forgot that I made it with local variable, so I can't actually hide it into functions because that function wouldn't have access to the local variable. So I'm just gonna cheat here a little bit. I'm gonna grab, I made even this, wait, can I just convert it from here into a normal variable? Is that a way? Is that a thing? Nah, that would be really nice. Okay, maybe, actually. Oh, cool, I can. Okay, that makes it easier. Let's do the same thing here. Randomized rotation and randomized rotation in here. After I compile, I'm gonna look at the references and it's gone. And I have to do the same thing in here. I can still make it private though. It's kind of similar. Randomized rotation, let's make it, why is it public though? Doesn't need to be public. Wait, am I not doing something stupid? Oh, damn, it replaced it with this. But it actually does not matter, and now that I think about it. It's kind of stupid to be using the same variable. But it's actually not a problem, because at that point it's already being used. Wait, no, it would mess it up for the rest of them. No, it wouldn't. No, it would. It would, actually. So, let's call it randomized rotation rate. And here I thought that there's like this nice function, that nice feature that's gonna automatically convert it from normal function, local variable into a normal variable. I have been quite disappointed, I'm afraid. Okay, current index we are gonna also have to grab and convert. That's what happens when you try to make it optimized. See, you just get a hit over the head. Let's switch this to private, and we are gonna make here a current index. Oh, yeah, of course not. I'm gonna be a bit cheeky with this. Turn it into an integer. Let's find here all the references, and I'm just gonna have to replace them. And for the last time, Hedasol, I didn't know you're working on a bird game. Anything interesting? Do you have like, what kind of bird game is it? As you can imagine, bird games, well, I suppose you know, two of us know better than anyone else that bird games can be quite a wide spectrum. So what exactly are you working on? Not that I'm trying to steal your idea or anything, I'm just curious, you know. Okay, we are gonna... Our x stays always the same, right? So the x can be... Wait, no, all of them stay always the same. I can just make it into a pure function. Just have to grab me here my current index. And this is gonna be pure function, which will get us transform. And we can rename this into get randomized transform. Get next instance transform. tell us about your favorite food. I don't know if I have favorite food, honestly. I just care about substance. If it has enough calories, it's my favorite food. Honestly, I don't think I really have a. I actually have a favorite food. I like normal human stuff. Very much stuff that humans eat is my favorite kind of food. Very good. And this can be, no, this has to be separate index. You're right. Next thing you're gonna be making my VR game. VR bird game, you are saying. Interesting. Very interesting. Is it the same as current index? Should it be same as current index? I actually think it should. Let me try. Oh, wait, I don't need to play it. Nope, it is not. So let's promote this into a current height index. But in that case, I can't use it for Z, can I? I can't. That's somewhat annoying. I mean, I can make it like a switch for that, but at that point, it's again overdoing it. So you know what, let's just hide this whole thing into a pure function. And this is gonna be our, where are we? Jeez, I was used to having the names on the right side. I've been doing much more C++ lately, it's just confusing here. Alright, so we're gonna get our, how do you call it? Get next vertical instance transform, and this one is horizontal. Am I scared of nuclear war? I had few dreams that the world is not the same as it was 4 years ago. I mean, the world always keeps on going forward. Am I scared of nuclear war? It's an interesting question. I mean, there is always a risk that it's gonna happen, that people are gonna be people. They will not behave as they should. But maybe that could be part of the game. Maybe. I'm not saying it won't. But you know, we have been few times really close to nuclear war, and we managed to survive. By we, I mean humanity. So overall, I'm pretty optimistic. I think we are not doing badly. We're doing actually pretty well. But yeah, I mean, there is always a risk, and it's scary that is the thing. But let's hope. Let's hope, and let's try to not hate each other too much, I suppose. And just don't vote for like extremist politicians and stuff like that. I think every country has those, so. Okay, so here we're gonna make a horizontal instance. And here we are making a vertical instance. Alright, let's see here. Yeah, I started a few months ago on the 2023 VR game jam. It was called Feathers and Cradles Delivering Hope. Okay, it's not bad. It could be pretty cool. Well, I hope you finish it. It's good to get it into people's hands and just test it. What got me into game dev and how did you learn? I learned just by making projects, honestly. Mostly by a bunch of experiments and a bunch of failures, and that kind of leads to let's do what I can do today. Let's see. what got me into like why I wanted to do game dev is because game development is really fun in a way that it's very universal. What I mean by that is that you can do here so many things, like when making a game, you get to do something out of every single art field that you can possibly think of. Like you can do music, you can do programming, like pure logic and math, you can do art, you can do sound, you can do other sounds, you can do game feel. There's just so many different possibilities, and I like the variety in it, and just having to be crafty and just figuring stuff out. And I'm kind of like switching between different fields of game dev as I go as well. But lately I've been really into programming, but I really also like programming visuals, so it always goes in between. Okay, this is gonna be our mesh. I'm gonna keep it. Wait, no, actually, I know what I'm gonna keep it ready for. It's hilarious. I just wanted to make a quick tool, and while talking with you guys, I made this pretty universal generator for any kind of a static mesh. It's not really what I had in mind when I was making it, but I guess we are where we are. Well, I got this thing, and that's the important part. Okay, let me band some numbers. So we are gonna band here a number 1 and number 2. I don't think my band numbers work, but you know what, that's actually fine. I'm not fixing more of it. Okay. Right now, this is fine. Gonna do here 3. Let's do like 3 here, which means 4 total. I'm gonna do just 0 on the 0 on the vertical axis, and then let's just spawn. Oh yeah, but that's not gonna follow it. Fuck, I forgot. Okay, in that case we can just keep maybe do like horizontal 0, vertical 5. Yeah, we can. Okay, perfect. So let's try something like this. Let's do like horizontal 3. No, that's too much. Let's do like 2. Increase the range here a little bit. Do you follow any of the UFO disclosure that's happening recently? People coming out talking about how they work at Area 51. Not really, honestly. Don't follow it at all. I'm completely out of the loop. And they are under the auto instead. I have no clue, man. I am really completely out of whatever is happening. I just keep up with what's happening with game development, what's happening with AI, and after that I just check out. I don't really know much other than that. Okay, let's do something like this. And next to it we can make like another one that's just 0. So vertical amount here is gonna be actually higher, but our horizontal is gonna be 0. And wait, no, it has to be. Wait, what? I can't do. Is it because of my band number? Yeah, I was punning my numbers here. Say this should have just a text. Is it gonna even set me higher? No, I fixed it. It's fine. That's what I was a bit worried about. Say something like this. Okay, I actually don't want this to be almost at all rotated. Okay, I'm gonna do here something along these lines. It's not bad. Am I waiting for quest 3 already? Clearing atmosphere. Yeah, I suppose. Not really. I mean, I'm not waiting for it. I'm probably not gonna buy it anytime soon. I'm gonna wait for a bit and then see how it goes. It looks very interesting, but like especially MR stuff. It means like whatever mixed reality. But I am probably not gonna buy it, to be honest. Not not right now. I'm not currently developing VR games, so I don't really need to optimize for it. But so I don't really feel a need, honestly. I'm a bit burnt out on VR development, so I think I'm gonna take a longer break. I'm one thing that I'm really awaiting, and I would love to see, is a VR headset that will actually do proper screen replacement. Because there are some VR headsets that are almost there. Like Quest Pro is almost there. I like that one. That I can actually see replacing VR, replacing most of my screen, because it's like half of it is covered. Other half of it is covered. It still is unlocked on the bottom though, so I see there some potential. But I did not get Quest Pro. So who knows? Maybe. I think I'm missing something with my conditions on the numbers here. It should be, if current index is not equal to, then it should continue. Yeah, no, this should be correct. To do Pico 5 Pro in December, then I'm gonna be for it. Yeah, maybe actually. I didn't know Pico's releasing another headset. That's cool. They're gonna make sure to check it out. Thanks for letting me know, man. That could be pretty interesting. I have worked with Pico, one of the older ones, Pico 3, I think. I think it was Pico 3. And that was pretty good. I definitely enjoyed working with it. It felt way more comfortable than Quest. It was back then. It was competitor of Quest 2. It was like 2 years ago when I was porting one of my games on it, and it was really good. I could not quite complain. Way more comfortable than Quest. And performance-wise, it was probably a little bit weaker. But honestly, if you like get something that's 10% weaker than something already super weak, you don't really care that much anyway. So it wasn't too bad. Yeah. So I have not gotten Pico 4. I had Pico 3, so I'm gonna be curious about Pico 5. That could actually be interesting replacement. There's also there's a glasses called Nreal glasses, or I think Xreal, or they renamed it for no reason. And those are actually really interesting. Those I can see getting into. So maybe I'm gonna get those. And those I'm actually looking into and being like, okay, there is some potential there. And now we can keep this on 0 and do the vertical by 2. We probably want to minimize the, you know what, actually let's do just horizontal one, and I'm gonna make another one next to it. It's gonna make it easier. Oh, what's happening? There we go. Because these two I want to still keep pretty randomized. It doesn't seem like these are correctly in the ground, but it's fine. Gonna maybe make them a little bit too further from each other here. Okay, let's do like 520. Okay. That's too much though. 500. And let's make it another one that's gonna default. And gonna do like, that's gonna have way less variety. In the rotation, be mostly straight. And gonna have one more vertical level. Okay, that's starting to look not too bad actually. So here, one more here. Probably gonna decrease the amount of randomization. And I think with that, I am gonna be disappearing. It's a bit late, so I'm afraid I'm gonna have to disappear, guys. Okay, it was fun. It was fun, quick stream. Ended up being more about making a tool how to make other models than actually doing what I what I wanted and working on the map. But I guess that's being working under the map, working on the map. So good enough. Let's just fly around on the end a little bit while I listen to your guys' complaints. Quest 3 is maybe I'm gonna find out in a few days. Okay, interesting. Yeah, it's supposed to come out on. Wait, are you talking about the quest or Pico? Maybe I'm gonna find out. Quest 3 is gonna be more useful in Unreal. The devs of games like shown the overhaul of materials and things like that. Yeah, true. Wait, the Red Matter is done. Both of them are done in Unreal, right? Yeah, like for sure both of them are done in Unreal. It's actually one of the biggest selling points. It's always the game I would point at when it's like probably the best looking games on Quest. It's like Unreal can do really cool stuff on low end platforms as well. It's just not most devs don't have time or capacity to optimize, but which is fair because it's also difficult and most people don't really know how. Yeah, they have heavily modified engine, yeah, but I mean that's still Unreal. You can heavily modify engine. It's just also there's a difference. You as a one developer can do way less than the whole team of developers sponsored by Meta. So not sponsored, but like they got some serious support. But okay, I think I am about done today. I think I'm gonna disappear and leave you guys. I have planned another stream on Saturday for sure, and I don't think I will have time for anything in between, but maybe if I will, then I will be here. If not, then I will be here on Saturday. So that's gonna be it for now. I'm gonna be ending it here, and you have a good one, guys. Bye bye.